The fear of making mistakes, the dread of failure, and the desire to maintain an appearance of control trap us in safe paths, even if they are devoid of real meaning. But life is so much more than that. It is made up of moments of true presence, courageous choices, and authenticity. Awakening from this automatic routine is a revolutionary and liberating act. It is taking a step back to see what truly matters. It is noticing the hidden beauty in the small things of everyday life, the taste of a fruit, a sincere smile, the wind on your face, a calm breath. To live fully requires courage to break free from the illusory comfort of the automatic and embrace the uncertainty of freedom. It is a journey of self-discovery that invites us to slow down, listen to our hearts, and recognize that the time we have is too precious to be spent on unconscious reactions. When we awaken to mindfulness, we begin to live with purpose, build deeper relationships, and create an existence that reflects who we truly are. And are you willing to step out of autopilot, to start living with presence, intentionality, and passion? True life begins when we stop simply reacting and start acting with awareness, will, and soul. Living authentically requires, above all, courage and bravery to pause amid the everyday turmoil, look within, and ask essential questions. What do I really want? What are the values that truly guide my existence? Am I building a life with purpose, or merely filling the void with mechanical and automatic movements? This awakening of consciousness is the deepest invitation we can receive, as it calls us to take full responsibility for the choices we make, even when they lead us down uncertain paths filled with challenges, failures, or disappointments. It is only in the boldness of living with genuine presence that we discover true freedom and the authentic meaning of life. When we rediscover the capacity to be truly present, we begin to notice the richness of the small details surrounding us, the warm, inviting aroma of coffee in the morning, a spontaneous smile from a friend, the comforting warmth of the sun on our skin, the depth of words in an honest conversation. These experiences gain an entirely new dimension. They are no longer mere backdrops, but living, precious moments that weave the story of our existence. Life is indeed an incessant invitation to awaken from a state of autopilot. This transformation doesn't have to be abrupt. It starts with small yet significant steps, a conscious pause to breathe, the deliberate decision to be attentive, the gaze turning towards what truly matters. Ultimately, it is not the number of days we live that counts, but the intensity and authenticity with which we fill them that defines whether we are truly living or merely existing. And this change is possible. It is entirely feasible to break the cycle of insensitivity and rediscover a full and genuine life. The first step on this journey is awakening to full consciousness, a realization that makes us recognize the moments when we drift into autopilot, living without presence and without true connection. It is an invitation to stop, take a deep breath, and choose to be here and now with full attention and clear intention. The practice of mindfulness becomes a powerful ally in slowing down the frenetic pace of modern life and rediscovering the subtleties that inhabit the present moment. When we allow ourselves to look with attentive eyes, a multitude of previously invisible wonders reveal themselves. The sweet fragrance of a ripe fruit, the sincere sparkle in the eyes of a loved one, the peaceful whisper of the wind through the leaves, the delicate touch of sunlight caressing the skin. This reconnection with the present also opens space for deeper reflection on our values, dreams, and innermost desires. It is only when we align with what truly matters to us that we can redirect our lives, carving out a path that is authentic and meaningful. Living intentionally is acting from our essence, leaving behind automatic habits and the external pressures that push us away from our true selves. Each decision then becomes loaded with purpose, and each step a firm and conscious movement toward personal fulfillment and the meaning we seek. Therefore, living is not just existing. It is being awake, attentive, and active in creating our own story. It is embracing the courage to question, feel, and transform, accepting that the path may be challenging, but that the reward is a life that is truly full, rich in meaning and authenticity. Of course, this journey is not without its challenges. Facing internal doubts, fears, and social pressures requires courage and resilience. However, it is precisely in overcoming these obstacles that the possibility for true growth and transformation resides. When we break free from mechanized routines, life ceases to be a collection of automatic reactions and becomes an adventure rich in discoveries, learning, and love for ourselves, for others, and for the world around us. Living with full awareness is, above all, living with freedom. The freedom to be who we truly are, to carve our own paths, and to create a unique and meaningful story. Being present in the now reveals to us that life is not merely a sequence of responses to external stimuli, but rather a constant invitation to take the lead in our existence. In every moment, it is worth asking, am I truly living or merely existing? Am I making conscious choices or simply reacting to what happens? Am I being true to my truth or getting lost in others' expectations? These questions hold the power to trigger a profound and necessary change. And the most beautiful thing is that we don't need to wait for a crisis or dramatic event to awaken to this reality. The invitation is available in the simplicity of the small moments of everyday life, in the pauses between tasks, in the silence that dwells between thoughts. It is there, in those seemingly small spaces, that life truly pulses. So pause for a moment now and reflect. Are you calling an automatic sequence of reactions life, or are you ready to take the reins of your story, abandon autopilot, and live with awareness, courage, and passion? Remember, life is a gift, and it is up to you to decide how you will live it, fully awake, attentive, and deeply connected to yourself and the world. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how many times throughout the day you repeat actions almost thoughtlessly? You wake up, take a shower, brush your teeth, eat, go to work or study, return home, watch something on TV or your phone, and sleep, just to repeat it all again the next day. This routine, which may seem comfortable and safe, often amounts to an automatic sequence of reactions we call life. But is that really living? Or are we merely existing, reacting to external demands without true awareness of what we do, feel, and desire? Living in the fullest sense goes far beyond mere existence. It is an invitation to feel intensely, choose with purpose, create with passion, and transform one's destiny. It involves actively participating in your own story, taking the lead role rather than being a mere passive spectator, responding uncritically to environmental stimuli. However, for many, daily life has turned into a mechanical repetition of habits and obligations that have little to do with what truly brings meaning and fulfillment. This daily mechanization is rooted in the functioning of our brains. By nature, our brains seek to conserve energy and avoid risks, preferring the known over the uncertain. This tendency leads us to settle into routines that distance us from the deeper essence of life, from experiences that genuinely connect us to who we are. The biggest challenge of living on autopilot is the loss of full awareness, those rare and precious moments of total attention where we perceive each moment clearly, genuinely connecting with our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When that awareness dissipates, we become vulnerable. We act by reflex, without reflection, guided by fear, social pressure, and the relentless pursuit of external approval. We follow a script written by others or even society, forgetting to listen to our inner voice, our most sincere desires, and our deepest dreams. This disconnection from consciousness is intensified by the speed and intensity of modern life. We are constantly bombarded by stimuli, notifications, screens, commitments, and an avalanche of information that steals our attention and distances us from introspection. Free time, when it exists, is often filled with superficial and fleeting distractions.